Greetings, class. This is Professor LaShawn Bold in the School of Social Work, and this is 4952003 Social Work Field 2. You may also see it recorded as a different number. I think it's 4259 or 4949 or something like that, but in Blackboard it's called 4952003 Social Work Field 2 for the summer. So that's what we'll go with for this particular video. And I am your instructor this semester. I understand that you have already had a semester of Field 1, and for that I know that you are excited, and I'm excited for you. We need to finish strong, so I want to be sure that you know who I am and that you know that I'm here. I have emailed you once already, so I want to be sure that you are checking your MyMav email regularly. And let me pull this down so we can just focus in this area here. Excuse me, I'm coming to you from a Screencast-O-Matic, and this video will probably be at least a few minutes, 15 minutes, something like that, for us to review the course and the syllabus at the same time. I again hope that things are going well, that you are about to get on with a great start at your field placement, that many of you are in your second semester at the same organization. If you are not at the same organization, I assume you've already had a conversation with field about that and are working through those things. My job is to help you get through this last semester successfully. And so let's get started on what will be due this semester. I'm in the Start Here area, and I wanted to point out by now you must know that there is an announcement area. And for some of you, you may not take very many online classes. You may have chosen to take this class online for various reasons. You may be more familiar with face-to-face classes. The online course situation is a little bit different than face-to-face. It means that you will need to be a little more independent in this class, in that it's not showing up to class, but it is making sure that you keep up with what's due, when it's due, and follow a good pace this semester. For some of you, that may be more difficult because it's the end of your time here and you want to be finished. But I want to encourage you to pay just as much attention to this course as you do any other course, and we will make sure that you are successful when we're helping to work with you. That said, here's the announcement area, and like I said before, I've already sent you one announcement on Wednesday, May the 30th, so that was a few days ago, and letting you know that I would plan to have the course open by Monday. Click out of this so we can see what it looks like in your area. Here's the syllabus area, and I'm going to review the course navigation here first in the Blackboard menu, and then we're going to go to the syllabus and review it in a little more in depth. You have the syllabus area, you have the course materials. Those of you who aren't as familiar with online, course materials are in modules. So there are only 10 modules for this course, I believe. Technically there are 15, but we need to fix that, so I'll make it match the syllabus. When you click a module, it has the content overview and some tests and assignments, quizzes. Each module may be a little bit different. For example, if I go here to Module 2, we have some learning to do in Module 2. Part of being in field means that you are giving a practical application to what you have learned over the semesters and over the years that you've been in the School of Social Work. So, for example, week 2 talks about advocacy, and in this week there will be some information there. There will be some lecture materials and some web links and videos. There will be a temptation to skip over some of these things before you do your journaling. I want to encourage you to review these things. These are helpful materials to you in your career as you're discussing these issues with your field supervisor and others in field. It's always good to get an idea of the things that you've learned, and I think you'll be impressed with all of the information that you've been able to take in over the semester. Some of it will be very familiar to you. Some of it might be just a confirmation of you may thought you didn't know what you know, and you know a lot. So I do want to encourage you to click on the areas that are available to you. For example, in Module 2, there's some videos and web links there that you'll want to look at. And in Module 2, there will also be some lecture materials. So that is where course materials are. And you just click on each module, and that is where you will find what you turn in that week, or how to post that week, your journals, and also some of the materials that are there for lecture. Because if you were having a regular face-to-face class, it would be a lecture. Here in this area, there are some reminders of what is due when. These percentages are incorrect, I believe, right now, but I will be correcting those things. But it just tells you what the assignment is about, the journal, the learning contract, and field participation. And you must pass this class in order to pass field. So they are combined, and in order to pass field, you need to attend to this class and pay attention to what's due. For example, you still have a learning contract, and you will need to have a new learning contract for this semester. You do not use the same learning contract as last semester, but we need a new one because the idea is that you're going to be learning new things this semester. Maybe more of the same or added on to what you've already learned last semester, but you will be learning new things. So you need a new learning contract to turn in. I'm going to send an email to you also with all of this information as well. So be looking regularly at your MyMav email because it will tell you exactly how I want you to deliver those things or send them to me and those kinds of things. So, okay. Let me go back to, those are assignments. Here are the agency forms. That will be helpful to you. You have an agency information form, and I will change the dates there as well. The end of term checklist, so you'll know how to turn things in. Completed, this is the weekly supervision log. So this is all of the blank forms that you need for the semester. And then if you need to check your grades, they will be listed here. There's an area here for additional resources and help with writing and those kinds of things. And then, how you email people in your class. Okay, let's go back to the syllabus. Okay. All right, this is our syllabus for this semester. I just want to point out a couple of things. Here's how you get a hold of me. I will be wanting to visit with you in person or on the telephone or Skype or some way, but we do need to talk around mid-semester and probably at the end of the semester. So don't lose track of me, and I won't lose track of you. One thing that really is not a good idea is if you just fall out and we don't know where you are. So, or I cannot find you. You must participate in this process of this class. Here are the learning outcomes. And this is where you apply everything that you know. This is all application and understanding. And field is about, here's what I've learned, and here's how it plays out in the real situation, the real social work setting. So very important that you understand all of these things. These are the things that you'll be graded on at the end of the semester. And we have to be sure, we have an ethical responsibility to be sure that every student is able to do what the CSW, the Council of Social Work Education, says that you need to be able to do in order to be a professional in the workplace, a social work professional. Let's see. I've put here too the BSW. Sorry about that, all the clicking around. I put in here the BSW field manual. So if you have questions, protocols, anything like that, it's in the field manual there on your syllabus. The syllabus outlines the details about the supervision logs, what's expected in the journals. This information may not be written every week somewhere, so you need to make sure that you know what is expected in the journals, and there will be points deducted if it's not met. You have a presentation this semester. So you had a presentation last semester, and it may have been about micro or macro, and this semester is different. So this semester is whatever you did not present on last semester, you need to present on this semester. And the question that comes to mind for students is, well, my organization does not have macro. I didn't do a macro project. Well, here's the thing. You are at an organization that has macro, and while you may not be doing it on a daily basis, there is macro at your organization. And so it's important for you to understand what macro means and what that is. So think back to your macro course, and if you did not do your presentation on macro last semester, then you will need to do some discovery. Maybe talk to some people at your organization that you may not be as familiar with. What are the things that person does in the macro area? And those are things like fundraising, community outreach, community presentations, advocacy. What are the things that you do every day on a daily basis that you don't even really know you're doing that may be assisting the clients in a macro way? So everybody's got some, and I can help you explore some of those things, but we need to talk about it. Do not wait till the end of the semester to do this presentation. This is a short summer semester, and we have to get it all done in a short amount of time. So don't procrastinate on that. You may do that presentation in groups or as an individual. If you're doing it in a group, it means that you are at the same agency with the other people. So only in a group if you're at the same agency with the other people. There are some different Blackboard assignments that are on Blackboard in weeks 5, 9, and 11. That actually may be different weeks, like 4, 5. Well, they might be in different weeks, but we'll have to look and see about that. Those Blackboard assignments, but I'll double check that and make sure they're in the correct weeks, and you can see that on your course schedule. I will also have a course schedule for you in addition to the same as this. It's just a different copy of it with just the course schedule. Okay. So that is your syllabus. I want to encourage you to look through it for detail. There's some more student supports here. Also, my job is to provide support to you. And so please know my email. Let's talk. Ask questions if you need to. That's what I'm here for. We can conference over the phone. We can conference in my office. But you do have to have an appointment, especially during the summer. They're doing some renovations, things like that. So I want to make sure that we have a place to meet if we need to meet, or I can come to your agency. Let's just keep an open line of communication as far as that is concerned. Okay, I am going to go back here. And that is about everything that I can point out in general. And through each week, if needed, I'll provide some lecture materials or some more additional supports there for you to understand the material and what you need to do. But keep me posted. Have a great semester. We are going to finish strong.